Hello everyone and welcome to Teach Yourself Maths. Today it's the beginning of another chapter, so this time around chapter 4, where we'll be looking at multiply with one-digit numbers. Just in a couple of seconds we will see what that means. We'll be starting with lesson 1, multiples of 10, 100 and 1000. As a starter, take note of this. This is very easy. If you have any odd number multiplies 10, for example, it's very easy to know the answer. All you need to do is take the main number here, the 2 and the 1. So 2 times 1 will give you 2. The number of zeros here, put it just 1 0, so your answer is 20. The same way, if I have 2 multiplies 100, all I need to do, 2 times 1 is 2. I have 2 zeros, I put it here, 2 zeros. My answer becomes 200. And lastly, 2 times 1000 is gonna give me 2 times 1. I write my 2 and 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3. And that is 2000. And this is what we are learning today. So sit back, listen, and enjoy. Okay, so we're gonna go straight to this example. One thing important is you need to know your times table, your multiplication table. With that, you can quickly multiply the numbers that ends with zeros. Okay, so let's start with this. Our interest is to find 5 times 600. Actually, I can get this straight away by remembering that 5 times 6 is 30. And remember, at the back of the 600, I have 2 zeros. So put the 2 zeros here, and that is your answer, 3000. Okay? The breakdown, we start with 5 times 6, will give us 30. The same thing here, 5 times 60, you do 5 times 6, which is 30. At the back of 60, you have 1 0, put it here, and that is the answer. So we have 3000 teeth. Alright, example 2. The goal is to look for 3 times 7000. You come to the back here, you see that? 3 times 7000. I need to know what 3 times 7 is, and that is 21. Okay? And at the back of 7000, I have 3 zeros, so put the 3 zeros. And that is it. So the breakdown, 3 times 70, 3 times 7 is 21 with 1 zeros. 3 times 7, 21 with 2 zeros. 2100. So this is what we have, 21,000. Very easy. Yeah. Okay, so we still have another example 3. The weight of a fire truck is 8 times 2000 kilograms. What is its weight in kilograms? So we just need to find this product, okay? An equation is used here, just a representation. Let W be equals to 8 times. Yeah, the number we have is 2000. So we have 8 times 2000. Remember, you need to know what is 8 times 2. That is 16. So 16. And at the back of 2000, 3 zeros. I put my 3 zeros. This becomes 16,000. Very easy. Very easy. So we have 16,000. Yeah. Okay. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 ones. That's 16. 8 times 20, this is just the technique. 8 times 2000, so you do this 8 times 2 first, next you do 8 times 20, next you do 8 times 200, next you do 8 times 2000. Okay, so 8 times 20, the same thing. 8 times 2 is 16 with only 1 0, that gives me 160. Okay, which is the same thing as 16 tens. that gives me 160. So next we have 8 times 200. 8 times 2, 16. 200 ends with 2 zeros. So I put 2 zeros, which gives 1600, which is the same thing as 1600. Okay, 1600 is the same thing as 1600. So notice that the product is 8 times 2 with 8 times 2, that's 16, with how many zeros? Count the zeros, that's 3 zeros at the end. So our answer is 16,000. The weight of the truck is 16,000 kilograms. Okay guys, so now I want you to pause the video and give this a try, the guided practice. Pause the video. So when you are done, play the video back and check if your answers are correct. This is very easy, okay? The steps have been done for you already. To start with is, what is 6 times 8? We know it is 48. The next is 6 times 80. So in 80, remember, only 1 0. So put it there. Then what is 6 times 8? 48. Finish. Your answer is 480. The same thing, go to the next step. 800 has 2 zeros. I put it. And what is 6 times 8? 48. Your answer, 4,800. Very easy. The step example 2, the same thing. At the back of 90 is 1 0, and 7 times 9 is 63. 900, 2 zeros. 7 times 9, 63. Answer, 6,300. And for this 9,000, 3 zeros, 1, 2, 3. And 7 times 9, 63. That gives me 63,000. Very easy. So if it's a mental math where you just have to think in your brain what the answer is quickly, without any use of calculator or using pen to write down, is very easy. So let's look at question number 3. The question you are asked is, hello, can you tell me what is 8 times 600? So what I would think in my brain is, okay, 600 is 2 zeros, I just have 2 zeros, and 8 times 6, what was 8 times 6? That's 48, so 48 and 2 zeros, that's 4,800. You can reason that in your brain, very easy. Okay, so I want you to try number 4 now. Do 9 times 9,000. So I'm gonna do it and say, oh, 9 times 9,000. So what is 9 times 9? That is 81. Then the 9,000 has 3 zeros. So my answer is 81,000. Very, very easy. Alright guys, so these are some questions for you to try by yourself, and I'm gonna just put the answers for this just for you to cross-check. I'm not going to explain this further, so pause the video, do this independent practice by yourself, and play it back to check if your answers are correct. Okay, so this is what we have. First, check your answers, okay, for this independent practice. Alright, so lastly, let's just look at 2 questions from problem solving. So problem solving, question 22. Read and understand the question, that's all. Each ticket for a theme park is 30. So each ticket costs 30. What is the total cost for a family with 5 people? So each ticket, one ticket costs 30, but there are 5 people. So to get the total cost, you need to multiply 30 times 5. So very easy, I can do, okay, what is 3 times 5? That is 15. But remember, 30 has 1 0, so you put a 0. So the total cost is 150. Alright, so question 23. The cost for each person, that is one person, to eat for 1 week is 100. So for one person it costs 100 for 1 week. Find the total cost for a family of 5 to eat for 1 week. So we need to find for 5 family members. So we can have times 5. Very easy. 1 times 5 is 5. And 100 has 2 zeros. 500. Alright guys, this is where we're gonna stop today. You can pause the video, play back the video to have better understanding. See you and stay blessed.